If you don't know me by now, then you'll never... I sing all the wrong notes for that. Then you'll never...
I was like, wow, that's possible. What's up?
What's up, everybody? How you doing? Let us know you're in here. We're going to see if the notifications come through.
Got some razzles.
Dude, I had sugar overload on those earlier. Like, I ate like 3 pieces from the bag I had. And I was like...
I like how
enough.
It just like tells you on the bag, first it's candy.
Then it's gum.
Then it's gum.
Which is an accurate advertisement.
And it happens quickly.
So...
Does it taste like bottle caps?
Not at all.
I remember...
It's mostly just gum with a hard shell.
What was it? Yesterday, we went to AT&T Shape, and they had the candy cart, and they had bottle caps there, right?
Yes.
I should have grabbed some, because
I like bottle caps.
I miss that stuff, yeah.
Hey, Richard, what's up?
What's
How you
up,
doing?
Richard?
But Razzles... I honestly, I like more for a nostalgic point of view, but I actually like bottle caps better than Razzles.
I like bottle caps.
Because these are kind of like, you know chickle gum? So it's kind of like how they're hard shelled like that, except these are like matte instead of gloss.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to describe candy. But like
Chiclets.
So, I don't know, Razzles are alright, but did you bring enough for the rest of the class? Actually.
Here, man.
Oh, did you eat it all? we had a bunch of candy from AT&T Shape today.
Also for you. Cheers.
Speaking of, like, while we're like early and everybody's like kind of coming in here, we've been experimenting with like vlogs on Instagram stories. They're doing exponentially better there, so that's probably where it's gonna live. If you have any feedback here, let us know. I know that they only like last like 24 hours or whatever, but it seems to be that's like the amount of time people are watching anyway. But I don't know. Any feedback would be good feedback. But yeah, the views have been way better on Instagram stories for those vlogs, and they're still work, but they're like maybe half as much as putting it like on a YouTube vlog or something like that. Maybe because they're happening quicker, because they're only like one. If it's like a regular event, it's like 1 minute. If it's like a longer event, it's like 2 to 3 minutes a vlog. But I don't know. So we've done a few things on there. I'm trying to think what the previous ones were. We were at other events. But then this weekend, it was the Warner Brothers lot with AT&T Shape. We did both days, and it happens kind of quickly. Brandon, what's up?
I'm eating Razzles, dude.
We were just talking about our Instagram story vlogs, and if you seem to like them or whatever, I mean, the views have been like way better on there. So I feel like they're more accessible on there for everybody. I don't know. But we'll probably keep doing that there if it seems to work for everyone. We haven't gotten any negative feedback, so...
I like it. It's a good way to, digest the day. Especially because this is, when we go to an event, it usually is like 4 hours, You guys don't want to see all 4 hours. You guys get to see the highlight. That's the best part.
So... I don't know, and it's been cooler because like vlogs on our own channel, on our YouTube channel, they do okay over time, but like so one of our last videos, or maybe our last video, was our vlog with Nick Uhouse. That was on like national television, and the numbers were like okay, and that's not even like a YouTube notification thing or anything like that. That vlog was like actually like advertised on national television, and it was like a higher quality one. We had a lot of cool equipment and stuff. But like it did okay. But then,
Shadow,
yeah, what's up?
Boo! I'm eating Razzles, dude.
But when we put like a similar vlog, a vertical video on Instagram stories, yeah, the numbers are like going crazy. It's pretty cool. So
I think we found the audience for that.
But I don't know if you guys have any feedback, then let us know here. I think. Oh, so it's been a few minutes now. So as for the title of today's stream, once again, we always talk about everything. So if you guys like want to talk about whatever else, but just the general topic that we wanted to like bring up was, I don't forgive you, I don't blame you. That was awful. Our friend Ali Spagnola went viral almost 2 weeks ago now, and then for her follow-up video, she invited us to take part with her. So I think most of you have seen that. If you haven't, go check out Ali Spagnola. The video that went viral for her was "What if Billie Eilish is Bad Guy" was done by Meghan Trainor. But then the video we were in is "What if Old Town Road" was done by Miley Cyrus, and we do the yeehaws.
Yeehaw!
And that was really fun. And we've known Ali for a while. We've made appearances and stuff, and we're like working up to a collab. But it's funny, we were actually working up to planning a collab until this all blew up for her, you know. So super happy for her. She's been working at this a long time. And
yeah, she's put the work in.
I actually had talked to her for a while on Thursday, I think. Is that how she popped up on my feed? There was also... Was the feed a video, or was it the... Because I did a community post on our YouTube channel with our picture together on there. But also, I mean, the video got like 3 million views, so it's not impossible for it to just be pushed out to you.
True.
The second one of Vince's ex-girlfriends, like, commented. So, like...
It was an ex-girlfriend's friend.
Same
Get
thing.
it right. No, just play.
Sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's... it. Even aside from us, it probably, like, just popped... I mean, maybe it was partially related, I guess. But if it's the Old Town Road one, then Weeza's in it. Yeah, it... Really cool, hectic couple of weeks. I know for anybody that listens to our podcast with our buddy Josh on Yellow Spandex, I know like last week we missed, but that was because all this viral stuff was happening. So I think we're trying to catch up. See,
Yeah.
Brandon, well, it's already been done by Molly's dad. So yeah, actually that was the idea. So after the Billie Eilish video went viral for her, we were talking, and she makes her own decisions, so I'm not taking any credit for this, but like I was talking with Allie. She's like, well, what different song ideas? And she was like, well, Old Town Road is another viral song right now on TikTok, and I don't know anything about TikTok. What's up, Dex?
Dex.
We just saw Dex. Or no, we didn't see Dex today. I don't know much about TikTok, so she was like, well, Old Town Road is a meme right now on TikTok. So I was like, well, that's... I know it's a little Nas X, but I think I was like, I know Billy Ray is like the voice on the final, third version.
Right.
I was like, you know what'd be funny is if it was Miley Cyrus instead of Billy Ray Cyrus, and I think everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that should be it." So seems to be going over really well.
It's pretty funny.
This is when he hurt my feelings. What's up? Everybody share that, dude. Yeah, for those of you, I think everybody in here saw. You know what it's about. We had a gaming stream with Bus 78. How are y'all? We're tired. Until a second ago, I was hungry, but I just got some egg sandwiches from Jack in the Box.
Today was fun.
Dex,
yesterday was really nice too, actually.
Dex on Facebook says, "How's AT&T shaped today?" Today was less busy, kind of less eventful, but it was all right. I mean, it was nice. It definitely wasn't as big as previous years.
No, last year I felt a lot bigger.
It's tempting to complain about it, but all of it's free to us. I guess so there are people that paid hundreds of dollars for it. I would have complained if I were them. But for us, it was free, so I was like, well, I can't complain about being not as much as last year, you know?
For one, you're on the back lot of WB.
Mm-hmm.
So right away, you're like having fun, you know? You're walking around all these facades, you're walking into the houses where things have been filmed, like, you're literally looking at things that you... movies.
Brandon, he was telling the truth and I was recording. Wouldn't that be messed up if that's how you found out? Like, dude messing with your mom is like, "Hi, I'm on live stream, that was me." Dex said, "I liked last year." Yeah, in the most honest sense, I think last year's AT&T shape was better, but
Remember,
this year wasn't bad.
They had little arcades.
Oh, this year? Yeah, I saw them.
Last year too.
Oh, really?
Or last year. I didn't see them this year though.
I saw an arcade in the corner.
Oh yeah, that's
when we
right.
walked by,
see
but
those
we
too.
didn't walk into it. This year, besides walking around taking the tour, so we did 3 different tours, and you guys can see that on our Instagram stories, kind of like a montage. And if you're ever in California or Los Angeles and are wondering about like studio tours and stuff, I think Warner Brothers is one of the better ones. The guides seem to know what they're doing, and like that's probably why they took us on it, because there's a lot of YouTubers and stuff there. So they're probably kind of showing it off to us. So we talk about it because you do have to pay for it if you're just visiting as a tourist.
It's amazing. It's 2 hours long.
Yeah, but we got to have like little tastes of it like 3 different times.
We got the half-hour version, And
twice.
even that
Yeah.
was amazing.
And then, so we got to go down twice, and then we went through a self-guided one, kind of on the Friends stage on Studio 48. Those
We
were
got
all.
to do some VR and AR.
I only got to do the AR stuff. I can't remember if I got to do any VR stuff. I did the AR Game of Thrones thing, which you saw on our live stream. Or not live stream, our Instagram story vlogs. Brandon on Facebook says, Richard probably wonders why you can't see my comments. Oh, okay. That reminds me, if you're new to this thing, if you're watching this later, or if you're here now and you don't know where we're talking to people at, we're using an app by MobCrush called MobCam that lets us stream simultaneously to MobCrush, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. So we're trying our best to remember to say where platform, but if we're addressing someone's comment and you don't see it, that's probably why. But supposedly those fixes are coming. Which actually, speaking of live streams,
I'm trying to finish this entire bag to see how big the piece of gum will be.
Brandon's on all 3 platforms. There you go. That's awesome. Speaking of live streams, so not promising anything in the immediate future, but we'll see. We got some streaming stuff to work on our end, as far as hardware. So we'll see if we can work it out. But there's a chance that we had mentioned this before that we might actually be able to do soon. Is we're not going to turn into a gaming channel, but there's a chance that we can maybe play some games while we're chatting with everybody, just so more things are happening and you can comment on it playing and stuff. So we can hang out, but also potentially go longer, play some video games. I don't know. It's interesting because we, as you see on our Friday streams at MobCrush, we love retro games. So
Yeah.
Brandon on Twitch says you didn't finish your story of Game of Thrones AR during the Jackbox stream. What was I going to say about that? I honestly don't know. What did I say about it before it got cut off? I vaguely remember that happening, but
I don't even remember that. Here's the last one, yo.
there you go.
Razzle.
And and then the big music project we keep telling you about. We got an update about this week. Someone's on vacation, so that's why it's not releasing officially yet. But hopefully soon. Once again, all you guys, well, a lot of you guys will especially recognize what's going on when it releases, probably before we get to announce it. And then also some big collab stuff.
You're
coming
so
up.
big.
Oh, and for anybody that joined our, so last week on Mob Crush, we were going to do Tuesday and Friday. Friday, Sam got sick, so we ended up not streaming. But on Tuesday, we had a Mortal Kombat live stream to celebrate the Shang Tsung DLC. And we didn't know this till after the stream, but we ended up being the #1 live stream on Facebook for Mortal Kombat that day. Had 7,000 concurrent viewers or something, and we didn't know till afterwards because the way the analytics either worked or we didn't look at or something. Because Sam runs all that stuff on the side. But that went over so well as the other Mortal Kombat live stream we had. Mob Crush asked us if we want to do something bigger with that, and that's all we'll say for right now.
Yeah.
But it looks like a few big opportunities with Mortal Kombat and the Mob Crush live stream are going to happen, so keep an eye out for that. And also, thank you to anybody that tuned in to making that stream so successful.
Yes, thanks, guys.
We're getting sponsorship stuff in because of it and everything, so it's really, really great.
It's just brown.
Shadow says, you're back. Hey, what's up? And Brandon on Twitch says, the last thing you said was that you don't watch a show, but you're supposed to fight some characters. Oh, okay. Well, I remember what I was going to say now. It's not that exciting, but if you want to hear... So I'll start before for everybody else who wasn't on there. So we went to this thing at Warner Brothers that's sponsored by AT&T, where they show off a lot of technology. This year, the focus was on AR, VR technology. More AR than anything else. If you don't know the difference, VR is when you cover up your vision and you're just in a VR world. AR is when you can see through the glass and it adds stuff
to
the
your
existing
already
world.
environment. Yeah.
So this Game of Thrones AR game, they had real props around the room. They had a thing holding wood and then a dead zombie body on the ground. There's animatronic moving around stuff, and that's all you saw before you put the glasses on. And this thing was called a magic leap. When you put that on, all of a sudden the bundles of wood were on fire. The dead bodies had like weapons stabbed in them or something. Brandon, yes, augmented reality. So I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, so there's probably a proper way to fight them because like these things like White Walkers and stuff were coming through the walls, and I don't know what the proper way was to fight them because you were given these weapons, and I'm pretty sure there's something they do in Game of Thrones.
It was a dagger made of dragon glass.
I immediately went into like Mortal Kombat mode, so like I'll put some of you saw it on the vlog, but I'll put it up on my personal stuff. Like as soon as the combat starts, you'll see like me just like into like Sub-Zero pose, like Scorpion, like
oh yeah,
like. And so that was my whole setting. So like everybody else was like battling like in Game of Thrones, and I'm like, like
you were Mortal Kombat.
Shadow. VR is TV head. AR is, I don't know, you probably hire something. That's a pretty good.
Yeah, because you're like seeing things.
Yeah, you're like,
oh, is that fire really on fire?
And it's weird too because instead of having headphones, it's like speakers in your
dope.
head, so like you can
I
hear
like the
everything
Magic
out
Leap.
there.
It was pretty nice.
Our
actually.
friend Ryan actually won one.
There's this dude
crazy.
that we always see like at events, and he always had this like thing, goggles and thing around.
You're
him.
talking about Cliff.
And
Okay, I was talking about Ryan.
I was just telling this story, and forever, like, and it wasn't until I went to AT&T Shape and I saw the Magic Leap for myself, got to use it, that I was like, oh my god, this is the thing that dude is always like repping, having on. Like he does it pretty much all the time that we see him in the events. It's weird.
Yeah. Richard said immediately went into Mortal Kombat mode.
Right.
That's 100% what happened.
Yo.
I was trying to remember to put that thing up there. Oh yeah, Yellow Spandex is here.
Debbie, I want a dragon glass dagger.
Debbie's on Facebook. Says I want a dragon glass.
We have a lot of walkers here.
We have a lot of White Walkers here. So Debbie, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but yeah, like that's probably what the dagger was that I had.
Mm-hmm.
But I immediately, you were like holding it like forehanded, and then I like went like this, like like.
It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I kept wanting to like pull the trigger, but all you had to do was like get the controller like close to.
Yeah,
the
I was
object.
pulling, and also I was being so like inundated with like stimulus that like
Freaking out.
I was like trigger, and someone's yelling at me like, "No trigger, just touch it." I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Brandon on Twitch says hi, Josh. So and then today we knew it was going to be kind of low key because we did everything yesterday. We just wanted to do a different tour,
Right.
But the big thing was Elizabeth Banks was being interviewed by Laverne Cox, and I was really looking forward to that.
It was a great keynote.
Personally, for me, there was two reasons. A lot of you know, like we're friends with people like Kat Black, making Tanjas and stuff, and I always am super interested in what Kat has to like re-educate me on, because I'm trying to be on the right side of history here. So like, talk to her about like LGBTQ and like transgender issues and everything. And so Laverne, I'd never met in person, but I've seen her work, and I was really interested in seeing like what things she brought up. But then Elizabeth Banks, once again, don't know personally or have met or anything, but she films at the YouTube space fairly frequently, and she's one of those people in Hollywood that just like gets shit done.
Oh yeah.
And so I like that mentality. So I've never seen a keynote with her, and I thought that would be really interesting, and it didn't disappoint at all. But
she's so funny, like naturally witty, funny.
Debbie on Facebook says AR sounds great. It's pretty fun. It's expensive.
$2,300 is expensive.
I'm glad we got to just try it instead of having to pay for anything today. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks' keynote.
Sorry.
She basically, I mean, there's a lot of points she made, but some of you saw my personal Twitter account. I was like tweeting quotes out. Laverne had mentioned something that I know is a little bit hippy dippy, but if you don't look at it in like a literal everything circumstance, it makes sense. Elizabeth was talking about how rejection was like a big thing in Hollywood. Because they were talking about so many projects they worked on together that never got picked up.
Yeah.
And Laverne was like, well, sometimes rejection is God's protection. And I was like, I like that.
That was a good quote.
Because, like, it's kind of another way of saying, like, dodge a bullet, you know? Shadow says, only real gamers remember 3DS AR cards. Dude, I never actually got to play a 3DS.
Neither have I.
But I thought I was holding one the other day, but it was just a regular, like,
It was a 2D, yeah.
But,
There was something we did yesterday too that I wanted to bring up. That we did. Some of you guys probably seen it, but it was the the hashtag failure
Failure Fest,
road trips, whatever.
So, Failure Fest was something we were part of on the production company Road Trip Nation.
That's what Road Trip Nation.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, and then we went onto this trailer, and the first thing you notice is there's all these quotes from people talking about success, failure, talking about life, all kinds of different quotes. And we had an opportunity to do like a little 30-second spot and to talk about one of our failures or whatever type of thing we wanted to talk about. And we talked about the what did we talk about for the thing?
What's that? Oh, well, we contributed a story.
I forget
failure.
the story you told, because he told the story.
We contributed a story of failure and how it was overcome for this art installation / documentary, and we got the clip, so we're gonna probably put it up somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where though, but that's where you'll be able to hear it. It's like a short, 1 minute, condensed version of the story, but it was really exciting to be a part of that.
Yeah.
There.
That'll be in something later, they were saying.
Yeah, like an art installation or like a documentary. Shadow says, so what do you think of the new Pokemon? Are you on the like it or just like the Pokemon game?
Or they came out with 3 or 4 different classes of new Pokemon, and to me it's hard to it was already hard to remember the original 300 or whatever it was.
Well, the original was 150 something.
Or yeah, now it's getting crazy.
There's almost 800 now. Sword and Shield. Okay, so here's my take on Sword and Shield so far. I'm one of those people. I'm old enough that I played Blue and Red in the United States, and then eventually I bought a Pikachu Yellow Game Boy Color and got Pokemon Yellow. So that's where I know that both that's where it started, but also that's my memory of it. And then I missed a lot of the middle years. I know Pokemon Snap happened.
Yeah.
I was never part of the Pokemon Go trend and everything, but as far as the original games go, that's where my nostalgia lies. And looking at the previews of Sword and Shield, it looks really close to that aesthetic, just heightened. So I'm pretty excited about it. I don't know if I'll have time to play it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a copy as a promo or something, and I'll play a little bit. But or maybe this is all a lie. And by the time it happens, I'll be I'm playing this all the time. But I dig it. It feels like it's going to the original spirit of what I loved about Pokemon from when it started.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Pokemon Snap from back in the day. So if this is a type of game where it's kind of just like that, then I probably end up liking it. But
this one honestly looks like the story of the original Pokemon games, like Red and Blue, with Breath of the Wild graphics. That's what it looks like,
That's awesome.
So, I mean, we'll see. Anyway, getting back to the thing about Elizabeth Banks and Laverne Cox. So Laverne had that quote, and then Elizabeth had too many good quotes to talk about here. But on social media, she was talking about how in Hollywood specifically, to make things successfully, you need to have access. You need to have a good taste and clout. Yeah. So she said because of her acting career, she had access, and her husband had good taste, but they didn't have the clout yet. And so she was like, this is the hard truth that everybody needs to know, is the only way to get clout is to get things done.
Yeah.
Not make excuses about why you couldn't get something done. Right. You just have to have things done, and then you have clout. People will respect you for that.
You finish.
And so we talk about how they gave up, they sacrificed a lot and stressed out a lot, and they made a couple things that weren't that great. She even told us, she's like, that movie I was talking about, don't see it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's terrible. But she's like, but we learned a lot from it, and we got clout because people knew we could finish things. And then that led to Pitch Perfect and all these other successes that Elizabeth Banks has had.
Boom.
And we found out today, and this has probably been out there before, but we found out today, she wrote, directed, and produced the new Charlie's Angels movies coming out this fall.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I wonder if she's in it too. Acting. She's acting.
She's Bosley.
Well. So every single part of the movie.
Laverne has said during the thing, she's like, "Oh yeah, you're also going to star in as Bosley."
I know. That went by so fast. I was like, "Did he just? Does she just?"
Richard said, "Snap and Puzzle were good. I never played the original styles. The original ones are so close to my heart." Hey,
wow.
Greatest ever on YouTube. What's up?
What's up?
Richard, oh wow on Charlie's Angels.
Probably.
She even referenced the Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore,
yeah.
Lucy Liu, and the Destiny's Child song.
She told that great story about like why she didn't just produce that movie.
So Laverne asked Elizabeth. I hope that this is online somewhere because I'm gonna look it up and link it to everybody. But Laverne asked Elizabeth, like, well, why did you? Because Elizabeth Banks was talking about how she had to learn how to delegate things, and I'm always about that. Like we were talking with a friend about planning like the songwriters thing. I was like, I want to delegate because I know I'm not gonna be able to like connect all this. I just want to be like, you're good at this, you're good at this. Let's all work as a team. So Elizabeth had a very similar thing where she's like, I delegate and then I handle as much as I can, and that's it. So then Laverne was like, well, why did you write, produce, and direct this thing? She said, well, I wrote because she said not to try to make up an overly feminist story. She said she wrote the script because they went through several groups of all male writing teams, and they never quite got it. It's the story, both as like female characters and like characters as Charlie's Angels. And she gave an example of this one scene where the angels are escaping something, so they end up in an airfield, and in this treatment that the guys wrote, the three angels like run into this guy and try to like talk him into flying them away from danger.
Right.
And she was like, it was a perfectly well written action scene, and she was like, but then I had to give my notes, so it's like, see, since they're Charlie's Angels, they would just fly the fucking plane.
Yeah.
Like, why would they ask a guy to fly the plane for them?
Yeah.
He's like when, and she's, these guys wrote for like James Bond and all this other stuff. They're like, you wouldn't have James Bond go ask someone to fly. He would just fly the fucking plane.
Exactly. Just something like in their heads got them stuck to the idea that like
if it's a woman,
these women wouldn't be able to fly the plane.
Nah. So she was like, it wasn't even like a feminist thing. It's because it's Charlie's Angels.
It's literally source material.
Yeah.
Like they're each good at something.
So,
or they're good at all of the things. I don't know.
He was just kind of like, Elizabeth Banks was just kind of like, yeah, like, well, I'll just write this myself. So now in that scene they get in the plane and they fly themselves because they're Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, and that's why she's a writer. Yeah. Ah, yes, female behavior. Nature's Rubik's cube.
Most people can solve it in 4 seconds. I can't, but there's a lot of people. Isn't there like a world record like 1.8 seconds or something?
Probably.
I
saw somebody juggle 3 of them while solving them all.
There's a lot of talented people out there, and I'm just not one of them. Shadow says, James Bond. Sir, can you fly the plane for me, pretty please?
With the dog emote? That's great.
Oh, nice. That's kind of what Elizabeth Banks' like whole thing was. So, but at the same time, she wasn't portraying this like holier than thou thing because Laverne Cox was like, I love how you're not weighed down by your self-doubt and how you don't think you need to be Julia Roberts and you love you for yourself. And Elizabeth was like, no, I don't. I would not rather be myself. I would rather be Julia Roberts. Yeah. She's like, if I'm completely honest, I want my husband and kids, but other than that, I want to be Julia Roberts. And the only reason I'm producing, directing, and writing is because I'm not Julia Roberts.
Because she's like, I wouldn't be having to work that hard if I was Julia Roberts.
Like, if I was Julia Roberts, I'd just be at home, be like, we don't know how to work today.
Yeah.
It was good to see that.
Dusk on YouTube.
So, hey, who's on YouTube here? Renchan, what's up? Hey, how you doing? And then Brandon said, I thought the Coke was a Rubik's Cube. Does sounds okay, the party can start. A little late. What's up? How you doing?
What's up?
Shadow, that's a dream. Yes.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that's the dream. Be Julia Roberts. Heck, I mean, I'd
be Julia Roberts.
I'd just be like, bring me my hit movie and a mimosa. I don't know if she drinks.
Man, oh man.
That was really cool.
Amazing person.
And that's something I think outside of Hollywood, a lot of people don't see some of these people. Like, obviously, we don't know everybody, but like I just know from like YouTube stuff that Elizabeth Banks is just generally working really hard in the industry. So it's cool to see that.
Everybody's answering Brandon.
Shadow says, yes, got the rid of myself. Now I can say anything. Well, there's still chat happening on the other platforms. No, that's more like Yahtzee or Risk.
Or Risk.
Shadow, like the whispers and word boss up late. But yeah. So anyway, for anybody that came in late, if anybody came in late, we were talking as far as the title of today's stream. Our friend Ali Spagnola went like super viral last week, and we got to be in her follow-up video. Thanks because she's awesome. We were backup singers in her follow-up video. So
We
her
yeehawed.
Billie Eilish parody video did like 3 million views, and then our the video we were in with her was Old Town Road, but as Miley Cyrus, and that one's like 400K maybe or something. So she's doing real well. So proud of her. I was actually I was going to talk about this earlier. I was talking to her on Thursday, and she was like, "Oh, I got lucky." I was like, "Yeah, but like you worked real hard to get that luck, and I know it's half chance, but you don't even have that chance unless you work hard." So, because part of it is like she started like kind of growing an audience on TikTok, and a lot of people saw her on TikTok and YouTube and decided to subscribe and stuff. And I was like, you wouldn't have that TikTok audience if you hadn't worked at it there, you know. So I was telling her like I get on the soapbox when people try to undercut someone else's work. So I was like, don't let other people undercut your work because you worked really hard on that.
Man.
But,
so what's up, Left 4 Dead? Jin, no, wait. Hello.
Jin says usually followed by sorry. Then
that was
later.
to this.
Oh, guess. Shadow said I was talking about Nestle Crunch. I like Nestle Crunch.
Yes,
hey, what's up?
Yes, it does. Oh, yeah.
On Mixer.
Yeah, a Left 4 Dead.
Nice when you find it.
Or From Dead.
Going to the clinic there's a whole conversation happening here. I love
you guys.
I love that you like have this conversation.
It all started with Yahtzee. Thanks, Jen.
So if you haven't already, go check out Ali Spagnola. Chances are YouTube has suggested it to you because those videos are very popular right now.
Yeah, don't read the comments on YouTube for a minute.
Yeah, wait, are those... Oh, for a second I thought they were Mortal Kombat emotes. I was just a little like a puppy holding a gun.
Shadow, you got all the emotes.
It's funny because we can't see them on screen here, but we can see them on this thing.
Yeah.
Richard's just laughing. But yeah, so super cool week. Been busy as hell because our friends are doing really well, and we've been busy.
Yeah.
Some of you we talked to last week after we hung out with Slice and Rice. We have some really great video ideas.
Oh yeah.
Now that are actually in motion because we figure out how to work them. So we're gonna be doing that.
Figure that out.
Was talking to Scott from NerdSync today. Have some cool stuff possibly planned there. And
got some music that we're doing for Jen.
And Allie has more stuff coming up.
And we have our music that we still need to get to.
Brandon, we're all going to be monetized on Twitch. That's part of the ideas that we were talking about with Slice and Rice. Because a couple of our friends actually work over at Twitch, and they're helping us with some stuff. We just need to figure out content that's worth putting on Twitch, and that's on us. So we've been working on that. As soon as we get that together, we'll hopefully soon be monetized there. So we don't want to ask for any cheats. There's some creators that get a shortcut. They just get monetized without putting in the requirements. We're going to actually put in the requirements even though we haven't in there. Because, I don't know, we want to do like the stuff like the right way.
Shadow says too meme stuff.
Kind of. But we'll see.
That's interesting. Dusk, I'm not going to read that one out loud. It's for Brandon anyway.
So, we got to... Gasp.
Can I collab? Twitch it for Twitch? You know it, Jen.
So,
as long as you tickle my balls.
What's up, Cyrus Moonside?
What's up, Cyrus?
How you doing?
I won't eat much. I could sleep in the drawer. Holla.
So, actually, love this chat. We got to take off here in a sec, but let's keep the chat going. We have our Discord happening, so all of you, if you don't know, you can go into our Discord that's in the About section of this YouTube channel if you're on YouTube. And so we won't be able to be on here, but we should have access to our phones, so keep chatting up.
What do I see in the chart on Mixer? Rose Goku Black.
Let's see. Hey, so since you're a Mixer, you might be the only one on Mixer. We're live streaming to 4 other platforms at the same time thanks to Mob Crush. And so we're talking to comments there. There's a lot coming through, actually. Vader Time, what's up? How you doing on Mixer?
Cyrus says, tired but good.
Awesome. I just find very disturbing. Okay. Oh, because of the chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, we need to clarify that for people coming in. Music. We don't have our instruments today, but we did play. What was that, Mob Crush?
Yeah, did Mob Crush.
But if you don't want to check out our music, it's on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Just look up RKVC with a lot of music there.
Shadow. One day I slept under my bed for no reason.
Actually, when I was in college, I did that. I like the floor sometimes. I got no problems either.
You guys streaming on Twitch as well? Yes, we are streaming on Twitch as well.
You guys do.
Facebook, YouTube.
So Vader Time, we're musicians and we're a band, but the Sunday nights we just kind of chat, hang out with everybody, and talk.
That's right. We catch up. We do our weekly catch up.
Shadow, give me a second. Give me a reason to clean under my bed. There you go. Then what does that say? Zerk the boss. I slept under my bed one time too. So in college, I actually we had these lofted beds, so I like half lofted mine, and sometimes I'll sleep on the bed, and sometimes I would just set up like a sleeping bag and stuff and sleep under. I don't know why I liked it. Ketchup.
Eric says, I was in my mom's room and wasn't supposed to sleep under the bed.
Uh-oh. Learned all kinds of stuff. Let's see here. Trying to catch up with the chat here.
Wow. You've sleptwalked? Rod used to sleepwalk too.
I used to sleepwalk a lot. What?
Ketchup and liquor, my favorite. Clean under the bed, dust bunnies, steal your stuff. Richard on Facebook or YouTube says, clean under your bed because dust bunnies will steal your stuff.
Shadow says, any sleepwalking stories? Okay, this would be a good thing to kind of close on. So, Rose says, I always had a hard time falling asleep. Zerda Boss, I like your background. This is actually our buddy's Boss of Late. We live stream sometimes here on Sundays, Jackbox games, and so if we don't have enough time to get home, we just live stream from the living room.
Yeah.
So these are all their props. Like this is like Minecraft and Adventure Time stuff and Deadpool and everything.
Yeah.
Usually we're in our
shield right here.
Usually we're in our like psychedelic vortex garage thingy. So yeah, I have two kind of funny sleepwalking stories. Should I tell both of them or save one for another week? One of them's a little bit more disturbing than the other one. One of them's just straight up funny. The other one's a little disturbing. So I have a little bit of insomnia. I have insomnia all the time. The thing that's probably helped me the most, besides like chemicals, is like reading, but not my phone, like a book or something. Props they'd set up and now never use. Brandon's not wrong.
Where can I buy a shirt like you guys?
Actually, we used to sell these as merch, but they became too difficult for our friend who has a t-shirt company to make, so now we just wear them.
Yeah, so we're a band. We play we all our own original music, and we wear red shirts with black vests, with the jeans, the matching shoes, all that stuff. Looks really good on stage.
Vader says, Eric, I know you think we play Sims before. I actually, we did like a Sims pop-up thing. We had a picture on our Instagram for. And sing something. I wish we had like a...
There is an acoustic in the other room. No, there isn't.
What's your band's name? Okay, so check out, it's RKVC. It's the letter R, K, V, C, 4 letters. Rod Kim, Vince Serino.
And if you end up liking what you hear music-wise, add it to your Spotify playlist. Do that.
Or Apple Music,
it helps
or
out.
Or wherever you listen to music from. We have several albums worth. If you want to check out our latest thing, so here's the starter pack. Our latest song is called Wrong Things, Right People. And our most popular song is called F, C, D minor, B flat. Yes. You'll see it's like letters with a bunch of dashes. And then our second most popular song is called I Don't Care. I Want Live. Oh, okay. Acapella.
Acapella, dog.
That's the acoustics. We gotta set that up for the weekdays.
Yeah, especially if like that's something y'all would be willing to jump onto this stream and check out us play music. We can definitely set that up for y'all.
On Mixer, the ones that are asking us to play, like what's a good day and like time frame? Like nighttime on weekdays or weekends or like is this time perfect and stuff. We'll plan that for like a very near future thing. Well, besides now, like Sunday band night. Is that something to be down for? Because we can make that try to work. It's just before, like everybody usually likes to like kind of hang out.
I got stopped by a Red Bull ad.
You have ads on Mixer? We don't see any of that. Besides right now though, like so that we can like actually perform. Because so some of you saw we actually got to perform a YouTube space the other night.
And I want it now. Yeah. Well, Monday for you, Shadow.
Monday? Let's try it. Like what time frame on Monday?
Okay, you watch a lot of YouTube on Sundays.
Okay.
So Monday, Sunday.
Did you want to grab that acoustic? Try it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna try something. First, Vince is gonna knock over the camera. Get this resituated. Oh, it's Monday now. I got you. Okay, let me get this fixed back up. Good job, Vince. Okay, cool. So there's an acoustic in the other room he's gonna grab. So while Vince is like making sure that's in tune, very quickly, how about I tell you one sleepwalking story now and then maybe one afterwards. So the we got tonight. Oh wait, Rose Goku. So you actually know our music then? We haven't done We Got Tonight acoustic, but we'll do another one. Or we have done We Got Tonight acoustic, just not in a couple of years. But I'm glad you looked at our catalog. Where we request songs for you and play like points and redeems. That's a good idea. Acoustic music, so sweet. That's awesome. How are those chairs? I'm looking about. These are comfortable. These are Boss Up Late, so I don't even know what like brand or anything they are. They're comfortable for me, but I'm not very picky. Okay, cool. So Shadow, real quick, or anybody else that wants to hear, sleepwalking stories. You know what? I'll tell the disturbing one first, and then a funny one. So a slightly disturbing one. So it was just common knowledge. My roommate at the time was a cop. Chris, really nice guy. And I worked a day job at that time. This was like over 10 years ago. And I'd come home and I would like lay down on the couch, watch TV, and just like fall asleep. And because I would be tired from working all day. So this is one day I got home, and like usual, I fell asleep on the couch. And my roommate, when he got home from work, he got off his shift as a cop. He like woke me up. He was like, "Hey," you know, he was normal for him to wake me up because he knew I didn't want to like stay all night on the couch. And I was like, "Cool." Then I woke up. My shirt was off, and I had like a girl's like nail scratch marks down my back, but not in a way that I could have like done it myself. So we were both trying to figure out. We're like, "Did you have someone over?" I was dating somebody at the time. She's like, "Was she over?" I was like, "No, not that I know of." I was like, "Where did they come from?" Because they were like the way they were clearly like long nails, and he was a cop, so he was into forensics. He was like, "What? Wait, how?" Because like we were like, "How did the?" It's like it was somebody else, and we're like, "Is there somebody else here?"
Yeah.
And we never found out. So that was that. Like, and then the second. So this story's a lot funnier. I don't sleepwalk. I sleep. There you go. But I'm single. So funnier story. You still have the marks. I don't. That was a long time ago. It was over 10 years ago. And I haven't sleptwalked in a long time either. Sitting in them, someone who's good. Oh, yeah. You guys didn't have a cat. Nope. No, we didn't. No pets. There's two bachelors living alone. And they weren't like animal scratch marks. They were like finger ones. Rose Goku, thank you for following on Mixer. So, second story real quick before we play. The funny one, at least to me, was, that sucks, I guess. So, one morning I woke up and before my roommate, and I walk into the kitchen, and then my roommate woke up like very shortly afterwards, and like also walked to the kitchen, and it was a mess. It looked like someone just like made a shit ton of food and just left it there, and it was just me and my roommate. So I was like, Chris, why'd you make this mess in the kitchen?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, that was totally you last night. He was like watching TV, and he was like, oh, Rose, thank you for hosting as well. He was like, that was totally you. I was watching TV, and you walked in and like made pancakes and then like ate them, didn't clean anything up, and just went back to your room. And I was like, I don't remember any of that. And I was so upset because I thought it was him that had like made all this stuff. And if it was anybody else, I would have thought they were lying just to get out of it. But like, I know I sleepwalk and I do stuff like that. But that's the first time I had like made a full meal and eaten it.
Sleepwalking.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So that was that. Freddy Krueger scratch marks, Debbie. Oh no. You're as sexy as the delivery man. Kin Pao. Alright, cool. So those are my sleepwalking stories. If I think of any more, I'll talk about them on other streams. But before we go, I'm gonna do F, C minor, B flat. So this is a song we got to perform at YouTube Space the other night. If you saw our Instagram story vlogs, see that. This is a song we wrote for the people who told us that we shouldn't try to do music and move to LA. Grace ever said I did the dishes one night and thanked my sister in the morning. She looked at me like I was crazy and told me I did it. How were the pancakes? I honestly don't remember because I was sleepwalking. So I guess. So this is a song called F, C, D minor, B flat. It's on our EPs, albums, whatever. You can go look it up. It's also currently the most popular, most purchased, streamed, whatever song.
Yeah.
Wrote this song at a party for somebody I don't know. Got invited by a friend that I met a couple hours ago.
Everybody is a friend of a movie star. They start to sing along when I pick up my guitar.
That's why I wrote this song for you. That's why
You had to know the truth.
when you hear this song on the radio, you hear my voice and then you'll know. That's why this could have been you. Shot the shit with your favorite band, now we're best friends. Hope you're getting by alright with your backup plan.
You're living for the weekend, I forgot what day it is. I would've called you out by name, but can't remember it.
That's why I wrote this song for you. That's why
You had to know the truth.
when you hear this song on the radio, you hear my voice and then you'll know. That's why
This could have been you.
for every time you said I'd be alone,
For every chance I took on my own.
for every dream you couldn't see,
For every time you doubted me.
that's why I wrote this song for you. That's why
You had to know the truth.
when you hear this song on the radio, you hear my voice and then you'll know. That's why. That's why I wrote this song for you. That's why
You had to know the truth.
when you hear this song on the radio, you hear my voice and then you'll know. That's why this could have been you. This could have been you.
this could have been you.
Thanks, everybody. All right, let's check out the chat, and then we're gonna take off here. Thank you for all the applause and stuff. Band Night's gonna put me to sleep one day. It's like a concert, but virtually. So glad. Walk Through Hell. You guys would kill on it. I have to take a look at that. You can't hear me, but I'm singing along. That's awesome. Woo, later. Cool. Thank you again for everybody. It's so good to play. We'll try to work out something with more music. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for hanging out. If you're watching this on YouTube later, there's a circle popping up here asking you to subscribe if you haven't already. The bottom half is our faces, are videos that the YouTube algorithm suggests that you might like. So let us know if those are correct. If you're watching live or not on YouTube, none of that makes sense. But thanks for hanging out, and as always, don't forget to do the wrong things
with the right people.